Welcome, fellow explorers of the deep. Today, we're taking a plunge into the captivating world of lungfish, those enigmatic aquatic creatures with a story that's more astonishing than a Hollywood blockbuster. These lungfish aren't just your ordinary fishy neighbors, they're living fossils, the OG survivors of evolution. In this video, we've curated 10 mind-blowing facts about these finned wonders that you absolutely need to see to believe. From their ancient origins to their jaw-dropping survival skills, these lungfish will leave you in awe. So, get ready to dive into a world where fins meet feet, and where these aquatic legends offer us a glimpse into our own evolutionary past. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on an underwater odyssey like no other. They're the aquatic breathaholics. Lungfish, those quirky rebels of the underwater world, are like the black sheep of the fish family. Why? Well, unlike your typical fishy pals, they've got a bit of a breathing obsession going on. Sure, they have gills, like most fish, but here's the plot twist, they also have lungs. Yes, lungs. And guess what? They need to breathe air to survive. It's like they're secretly prepping for a career in land-based biology. Imagine this, if lungfish don't make the occasional pilgrimage to the water's surface for a gulp of that sweet oxygen, they're in for an aquatic disaster, drowning, to be precise. There's one exception, though, the Queensland lungfish. This one can use its gills in the water. But for the rest of the lungfish gang, it's all about that lung power. They're the ultimate aquatic breathaholics, and that's what makes them stand out in the fishy world. Distant relatives of yours. Now, let's clear something up. Lungfish aren't exactly your direct ancestors, but they're more like those distant relatives you didn't even know you had. Picture this, way back in the evolutionary family tree, there was a common ancestor. It's like finding out you have a long-lost cousin who went their own way. While we humans took the bold step towards land and eventually became what we are today, lungfish decided to stay closer to their aquatic roots. So, they're more like the quirky cousins of your ancient ancestors, taking a different path in the grand journey of evolution. To put it into perspective, you are actually more closely related to a lungfish than you are to a salmon. And that's a family tree fact that's over 400 million years in the making. The Age of Fishers witnesses. Meet the lungfish, the forgotten rock stars of the underwater world. While you might be familiar with sleek and slender ray-finned fish like mackerel, trout, and tuna, lungfish belong to an exclusive club known as the lobe-finned fishers. Think of them as the underground legends of the Age of Fishers, which rocked the seas between 408 and 362 million years ago. Most of the fish we recognize today are part of the ray-finned group, but lungfish and their lobe-finned companions once ruled the oceans. Back then, they were the dominant fishy davas, strutting their stuff in ancient waters. While they might not be headlining the charts today, they're a living relic from this remarkable era, offering us a glimpse into the distant past of aquatic life. Survivors of a fiery past. Lungfish have witnessed more drama than your favorite soap opera characters. Back in the day, about 250 million years ago, the world experienced a massive extinction event, one of those catastrophes that wiped the slate clean for many species. This particular disaster was caused by global warming, and it didn't spare marine life, including the majority of sarcopterygians, the group lungfish belong to. However, lungfish proved themselves as survivors. While most of their kind perished, a few stragglers managed to weather the storm. Then, when the mass extinction that wiped out the dinosaurs came around, it seemed only a couple of lungfish species survived. These guys are like the ultimate survivors of a fiery past, showing us that sometimes, against all odds, life finds a way. The ultimate amphibious nomads. Lungfish aren't your run-of-the-mill aquatic inhabitants, they're the ultimate amphibious nomads. When things get tough in their watery homes and droughts strike, they don't just throw in the towel. Instead, they've got an ingenious survival strategy up their fins. These fish can endure periods of drought by burrowing deep into the mud, creating a safe haven where they can hunker down and wait for better days. But that's not all, they also make use of their lungs, or in some cases, lung, to breathe while they're buried in the mud. Lungfish are so adapted to breathing air that their gills are practically useless, except for the Australian species. Picture it. As the water dries up, they burrow into the mud and secrete a slimy mucus that forms a protective shelter, allowing them to access moisture and air. It's like they've mastered the art of amphibious survival in a world where others would simply dry up and call it quits. Lungfish's super lungs. Lungfish may have lungs that seem like a blast from the past, but those ancient respiratory organs are actually marvels of adaptation. Unlike their modern fishy cousins who evolved swim bladders for buoyancy, lungfishes decided to stick with their ancestral lungs, albeit with a few modifications. What makes these lungs so unique is their structure. Lungfish lungs are divided into small sacs, creating a vast surface area for efficient gas exchange, much like the lungs of tetrapods, the group that includes amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals, including us humans. It's like they took a page from the vertebrate evolution playbook and said, "We'll keep this one." These highly specialized lungs allow lungfish to thrive in their often unpredictable habitats, where oxygen levels can vary drastically. So, while other fish were evolving swim bladders for floating about, lungfish doubled down on their ancient respiratory system and came out as the breathtaking champions of adaptation. Masters of estivation. Imagine going into a state of hibernation for up to 5 years, surviving with just a breathing tube sticking out of the mud. That's the lungfish's idea of a power nap. When the going gets tough and their aquatic homes dry up, lungfish have an incredible trick up their fin sleeves. They enter a state called estivation, which is a bit like hibernation but with a twist. During this period, lungfish can remain buried in the mud, with only a small breathing tube connecting them to the outside world. To top it off, they excrete a mucus cocoon around themselves that's tougher than the strongest spider silk. This miraculous strategy allows them to survive prolonged droughts, enveloped in desiccated mud, snug in their mucus fortress. It's a bit like going into cryosleep in a sci-fi movie, except lungfish have been doing it for eons, long before we even dreamed of such things. The aquatic moonwalkers. While lungfish might not be breaking out the moonwalk like Michael Jackson, they've got their own funky dance moves. Thanks to their articulated shoulders, these fish can actually walk, or at least, something that resembles walking. It's like watching a fish version of a slow-motion riverbed waltz. Their slender fins can rotate and move in a way that allows them to walk along the shallow riverbed. Granted, it's not the powerful striding of land animals, but it's a curious adaptation that hints at the possibility that walking, in some form, might have existed in aquatic creatures before it became a land-based thing. So, next time you picture a fish lazily swimming along, remember that lungfish can pull off some pretty nifty moves down there on the river flow. They're the aquatic moonwalkers of the underwater world, proving that evolution sometimes leads to unexpected choreography. Molecular biology mysteries. Estivation, the lungfish's prolonged power nap, remains a perplexing mystery in the world of molecular biology. It's a complex interplay of gene expression, hormone release, neuronal activity, and antioxidative defenses, a biochemical ballet that even scientists find intriguing and baffling in equal measure. Lungfish go through 3 distinct stages during estivation, each with its own set of biochemical reactions. If researchers can unravel some of these biochemical codes, it could unlock secrets about aging mechanisms in animals, including us humans. Imagine the possibilities. Lungfish, the key to understanding the fountain of youth. So, while lungfish might seem like the laid-back, mud-loving members of the aquatic world, they're harboring secrets that could revolutionize our understanding of molecular biology. They're the enigmatic scholars of the Underwater Academy, with lessons that could change the course of science. Centenarians of the water world. When it comes to long lives, lungfish are like the wise elders of the underwater realm. In captivity, they've been known to break records for longevity. Take, for instance, the Queensland lungfish at Chicago's Shed Aquarium, which lived for over 90 years before experiencing some health issues. But wait, there's more. Another Queensland lungfish at the same aquarium set the bar even higher, living a remarkable 109 years before it swam off into the great beyond. That's like having a living fossil in your backyard for over a century. Now, in the wild, lungfish might not achieve such astounding ages, but their ability to defy the passage of time is nothing short of remarkable. They're living relics from a bygone era, carrying with them the secrets of survival, adaptation, and the art of growing old gracefully in the ever-changing waters of evolution. Wow, what an incredible journey through the underwater wonders of lungfish. If you're as blown away as we are by these aquatic marvels, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your fellow nature enthusiasts. And if you're hungry for more mind-bending facts about the world's most fascinating creatures, make sure to subscribe, ring that notification bell, and join us on our next adventure. Who knows what incredible secrets of the natural world we'll uncover together? Thanks for diving into the depths with us today, and until next time, stay curious, stay amazed, and keep exploring the extraordinary world around us. See you in the next video, fellow underwater detectives.